Station low flow. With the WeatherTrack system, after your flow sensor is correctly installed and accurately programmed, you'll want to run the Learn Flow test. And with the WeatherTrack Learn Flow test, you can either run all stations sequentially at the same time or each station individually to find the assigned station flow value for each station. In other words, the WeatherTrack Learn Flow test determines how many gallons per minute to expect out of each station during normal irrigation. Once the Learn Flow test is complete, you can see the results on the weathertrack.net program page under your station flow settings, where you'll be able to see the time and date that we learned the station flow value and what the ASF for each station is. The tricky part of understanding this assigned station flow value is that this value reflects that moment in time, but based on natural fluctuations in pressure, a station's flow value might be slightly different every time the system runs. To account for this, when calculating a station low flow threshold, the WeatherTrack will apply a certain percentage below the assigned station flow rate to avoid false station low flow alerts. If we look at Station 4, for example, we have an assigned station flow of 33.7 gallons per minute. Then we subtract the low flow offset, or 6.7 gallons, to create the station low flow threshold of 26.9 gallons per minute. Then if Station 4 is running and the WeatherTrack measures less than 26.9 gallons per minute, the station low flow alert will be raised. So a station low flow is created when the controller detects a measured flow that is less than the station low flow threshold. In other words, during irrigation, your station's measured flow rate should run right through the expected irrigation flow range. Then with the station low flow offset, we buy a certain amount of room to account for fluctuations in volume and pressure. Then when your station begins to irrigate, the WeatherTrack will monitor the measured usage for that station, and if after the 3-minute testing delay, the measured usage drops below the station low flow threshold, then the station low flow alert will be raised. However, the station low flow alert is not service affecting, meaning even though the alert is raised, the irrigation will continue through the entire scheduled runtime. Commonly, a station low flow alert scenario is caused by a restricted flow on your irrigation system. So if you're getting this alert for one station, you might have clogged filters or a root pinch that's constricting the flow on that station. If you're getting this alert for many stations, you might have a backflow or isolation valve that's partially turned off and restricting the flow and pressure for the entire system, causing multiple stations to create station low flow alerts. So when troubleshooting a station low flow alert, you need to go out to the site and test your irrigation system to find out the source of this malfunction. I recommend beginning your troubleshooting process by going to the controller and running that station manually. On the WeatherTrack interface, you'll be able to see the measured flow value for that station and compare it to the flow value you received in your alert notification to verify that the problem still exists. And as always, for more help troubleshooting your station low flow alerts, you can call our customer service team.